Brown and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are well, and I hope everyone is just doing okay, is just doing fine, is just doing fabulous. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you've been kicking it with me for a minute now, welcome back to my channel. I do appreciate you, and I appreciate all the love and support that you have shown me so far. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, please subscribe to my channel and also hit the notification bell, because YouTube has decided to change and now you have to subscribe and you also have to hit the notification bell so that you don't ever miss a video of me or ever miss a video on this channel, basically. Today's video is all about humble beginnings. I did actually previously record this video before, but there was a little bit of a situation with the video. I was totally out of focus, and you know what? This is a new year, and this year is all about progression. We are not moving backwards, we are moving forwards always. We are marching forward always. So if you do want to hear what I have to say in this video, stay tuned. I was a TA, I was a teacher assistant back in the day, and I used to be a little bit embarrassed. Now, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. Listen, if you're a teacher assistant, there is nothing wrong with being a teacher assistant. We all know that teachers assistants do the jobs that teachers are supposed to be doing anyway. We do all the work, right? Am I right or am I right? But yes, I used to be a teacher's assistant before, and yeah, like I said before, I was quite embarrassed about doing that role before because, you know, I was a graduate and what I was earning was horrible. And I'm going to share with you how much I was earning, because you know what, there's no shame in my game. If my story can help somebody and encourage somebody, that is what I'm here for. So a teacher assistant gets about 60 to 75 pounds per day, and that's depending on, you know, what type of school that you're working in, or, you know, like the level of the needs of the children that you're working with. And for me, I was working in an SEN school. And for those of you that don't know what an SEN school is a school that specializes in special needs for children with learning disabilities. So that's the type of school that I was working in, and I was earning 65 pounds per day, and then it went up to 75 pounds per day. Now, I actually really enjoyed the role that I was doing, but like I said, I was embarrassed that I was doing it because I was a graduate and I was earning 65 to 75 pounds per day. And, you know, to me, that is peanuts, you know what I mean? But for somebody else, that may be fantastic, that might be great. So I'm not knocking that down, I'm not knocking anybody down, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. But for me, that was just not something I wanted to do. And the reasons why I didn't want to do it, that I felt a way about it, was because, you know, to be a teacher assistant, but you don't have to have a degree qualification. I think you just need about GCSEs and possibly a college qualification, so like an A-level or a diploma or something like that. So for me, it was just really annoying that I've spent 4 years, I spent 4 years in university, and my job is a teacher assistant, and it was really depressing. But like I said, I enjoyed the job that I was doing, I enjoyed the role that I was doing. It was very rewarding and it humbled me, you know, and at a point in my life, I just wanted more, I guess. I just wanted more out of life. I just felt like, you know what, there's so much more that I can be doing. And to be honest with you, I was getting comfortable in that job. But God used the head teacher of that school to kind of push me into where I am right now. So I just remember sitting down one day, and as you do, I was with an agency, and as you do, you conversate with other TAs and stuff like that, and I got to know that there were other people that we were all on different scales. So some people were on £65 per day, some people were on 75, and some people were just on something else per day. But it just wasn't, we wasn't all on the same scale. And I think what upset me the most was that one thing I liked about the head teacher was that she didn't mind who you were. If you was willing to work and you're willing to learn, she kind of would push you. And that's one thing she had done with some people that didn't necessarily went to university, or some people that had dropped out of university or wasn't doing anything with themselves at all. She would give you a chance. However, in my situation, I never really got a chance from her. When you're working with children with special needs, there's a lot of things that come with it. You know, they can scratch you, they can kick you, they can bite you, they can punch you in the head. There's all types of behaviors, you know, and it's not their fault, but a lot of the times you can get cut up, you can get bruised and everything, and you're just thinking, oh my gosh, like all of this is happening to me and I'm just on 65 or 75 pounds per day. It was annoying, it was depressing, and it was very stressful. So I decided to, you know, I said, you know what, okay, if I'm going to be in this role, I need to work my way up. I'm all about progression. So, you know, I was thinking about doing a PGCE and all of this stuff and yada yada. I thought, okay, let me just, the class that I'm in is quite difficult, so let me see if I can increase my pay, because it seems like everybody else is on a different scale to me, is on a different wage. So I spoke to my agency and I requested it. They spoke to the head teacher, and the head teacher said to them that she's not qualified enough for the role. So I was just like, are you taking a piss? Like, are you taking the mick? Like, what do you mean I'm not qualified enough for the role? That really, really angered my soul, you know, because I see her giving opportunities to a lot of people, but I just wasn't one of those people. So I said, okay, what do I need to do? I mean, I put my name on the sheet for, you know, if you want to do training and stuff like that, because there's things like first aid, there's things like, you know, manual handling, all of that stuff. You know, if you're from the social care background, you will know what I'm talking about. So there's so many courses and trainings and stuff like that that you're supposed to learn, and so that it can help you, and it can make, you know, things better for the children and for yourself. So, you know, I would put my name on all of this training and stuff like that, and I will never get picked. So I'm thinking, do you know what, Farah? What are you doing here? She's telling you that you're not qualified enough for the role. You're putting your name on courses and stuff like that and training for you to do. You're not getting picked. You're just being stagnant. What is the point of me being here? Another thing she used to do was, her daughter had happened to work in the school. So a lot of the time she would call me out of my class and say, oh, well, can you swap with so-and-so because she's tired? I'm like, what? Like, what is this about? Like, I don't understand. This is wrong. This is not right. This is not good practice, and it's wrong. So, you know, one day, I don't know how I did it. I didn't even think about it. One day I was in the class, I was sitting down, and I was just like, nah, there's got to be more to life than this. I'm just being stagnant, and, you know, when am I going to be in a position where I could help my parents? Because let me tell you something, for me, and I'm not putting it out there on anybody, for me, £65 or £75 a day is not going to help me be in a position where I could help my family. I could barely help myself. Do you know what I mean? And I looked at it as this, like, you know what, at the end of the day, if I was living by myself, how would I be able to survive? How will I be able to manage in paying bills and all of this? You guys know that living in London is not cheap. That's why most of us 20-something-year-olds are still at home with our parents, because we're trying to save them coins, do you know what I mean, so that we can do this mortgage thing and not be doing this renting thing, because living in London is expensive. And that's how I kind of saw it. Like, I just thought to myself, do you know what, Farah, okay, thank God that you're living at home with your parents, but listen, if you was living by yourself, you would be struggling right now. And that's just how I saw it. And I just thought to myself, okay, I'm not earning much, and I'm not progressing. I'm just stagnant. I'm just here, and I can't do that. So I just got up one day and I spoke to the teacher in the class, and I said, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm leaving. And that day I left. I literally left. And I'm so grateful for that head teacher, because she pushed me to where I was supposed to be. Because looking back, a part of me was, I was getting comfortable. I stopped, doing those job application forms and stuff like that, because let's be real, sometimes after you've completed 100 of those applications and nobody's coming back to you, you're going to the interviews but you're not getting the job, at some point you're gonna give up. And that's exactly what I had done. I had given up. I stopped applying for the job roles, and I decided to just accept life as the way it is, and thought, you know what, this is what it is for me. This is what probably God wants for me, and let me just humble myself and just be here. But no, I believe that God had used that head teacher to push me to where I'm supposed to be today. And I honestly thank her. She may not know that she was doing those things out of, I don't know what the word is, like, sometimes people do things because they just want to frustrate your life. But thank you for doing that, because it pushed me to where I am today. And let me just tell you, I have not made it in life, but I could honestly say that I'm in a better position than I was before. I'm in a position where I could say, thank God, you know what? I can help my mum. Do you know what I mean? I could bring something to the table and say, okay, here, mum, this is what I have for you, or whatever. It's not that I do it all the time, but I have that option. Do you get me? But what I'm trying to say is, I want to encourage you guys to push yourself. Stop getting comfortable. Don't be comfortable. Yes, I am grateful for the humble beginnings, and I'm grateful for these type of jobs. I've told you guys that, you know what, I used to be a support worker, a carer, and it wasn't an easy job. I used to travel from where I live now all the way to Wembley. It was far. And, being a support worker, being a carer is not an easy type of role. And I was working with adults. I was working with adults with learning disabilities and physical disabilities and stuff like that. And it wasn't easy. Sometimes when you're trying to change them and stuff like that, they're punching you, they're biting you, they're kicking you and stuff like that. You have to feed them. They're throwing their food in your face and stuff like that. They're pulling your hair. And listen, I've done some jobs here that I don't wish like no, I'm not going to say that actually. I don't want my children to do those jobs, because, I've had to do that. But you know what? These jobs have taught me so much. They have humbled me so much. Being a carer has made me grateful for life and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, without being a carer or a teacher assistant, I don't feel that I would be in the position of where I am today, because it's through those experiences that I'm able to give a better quality of care to people, give a better service to people, to the young people that I'm working with, because I've been in that position where I'm like, I've done it before, blah, blah, blah. And even when I'm talking to different agencies and stuff like that, I can understand where they're coming from, and I know what is best for my young person or whatever. So what am I trying to say today? Wherever you are now, wherever you are today, don't despise it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Use it as a training ground. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not easy. I know that sometimes the work that you're doing may not match up to what's in your pocket, but just sit tight and use it as a training ground, and know that better days are going to be ahead of you. It definitely is going to be ahead of you. And you will smile. And you know what? You also use your story as encouragement to somebody else. Do you know what I mean? And just progress in life. Like I said, this video is not to attack teachers' assistants. This video is not to attack support workers. And it's not me like going, you're a support worker. I love support workers. I love TAs. And what I'm trying to say is, if you're in that position, you know what? Humble yourself. Use it as a training ground. But I also want to tell you, push yourself. Do you know what I mean? Try something new. Like I previously said before, we all know that teachers' assistants do the job all the time. They do the work all the time. Sometimes some teachers can be so lazy. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. But you know, go and do your PGCE or do your QTS and, you know, become a teacher. Teach your own class or be a head teacher. If you're a support worker, how about being a nurse or being a social worker or being a team manager or a deputy manager, you know, in your unit, in your residential unit or in your center or anything like that. I'm all about progression, and I honestly want the best for each and every one of us. And I do believe that the best can happen for you. You just need to just try and give yourself a chance. I gave myself a chance, and trust me, it's not always been easy, because I remember when I applied for this job that I was going for, I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And I remember when I got to the building, I was like, God, if I don't get this job, it is what it is. I guess I'm just supposed to be a teacher assistant. And when I got the call, I was like, oh my God. God is honestly too faithful to fail, because I'm actually doing something that I studied for in university. And you know, sometimes it is a struggle. And let me tell you something. It took me, when did I graduate? I graduated in 2014, and it's 2000, and I got the job in 2016. So it took me 2 years to get the job that I wanted to get. So it's not always going to happen just like that. But I don't want you to make the mistake that I made. It could have been a lot sooner, because I gave up on myself and I got comfortable. I know that filling out job application forms are long. I know it. I've done it. Do you know what I mean? But just keep doing it. Something will come up. Do you know what I mean? I know how it feels to be depressed when no money's coming in. Really, you barely can eat or anything like that. I know the struggle. I know the struggle where at night you're crying and thinking, is my life always going to be like this? When am I going to make some real money? When am I going to be in a position where I can help? When am I going to be in a position where I don't really have to look in my bank account and stuff like that? I still feel that way sometimes, yeah, but listen, it will get better. It will honestly get better. And even for me, I'm even encouraging myself that, Farah, oh girl, don't get too comfortable. It's about progression. It's about moving forward. Anyway, I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. I do hope that I have not offended anybody out there. I just want the best for us. I know that we could have the best. And just believe in yourself. I love you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, comment down below, and yes, share this video if you're feeling this video. Let people know that Farah Brown is in town. And yeah, definitely subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. And I will see you in my next one, people. Bye.